The silence of the EV. So I've always liked the fact that EVs are so quiet. When I went into an internal combustion engine vehicle, it was noisy. And EVs are really nice and silent. But there are some problems for the visually impaired person. And there's been a number of instances where blind or visually impaired people have been hit by an electric vehicle because it's so quiet. And this was brought home to me yesterday. I was actually driving to park behind another car in the road. And the guy there had his boot up and was getting stuff out of the boot. And I came up and I stopped. Probably, about 6-8 feet from him. He picked his stuff out of the boot, turned around and probably needed to change his underpants because he hadn't heard me coming and he nearly dropped what he was picking up out of his boot because all of a sudden there was this vehicle there. And, the poor guy was a little bit taken aback. Until I said, sorry, this is a bit of a quiet car. It's an electric vehicle. Visually impaired people have got problems. However, in Australia, they have just passed a rule in the Australian design rules that any car, such as an electric vehicle, a hybrid, a hydrogen fuel cell, whether it's a car, a truck, a van, a bus, has to start making a noise. So they've called this the Acoustic Vehicle System, AVAS. And you've got to have a sound emitted at low speed. So this new Australian design rules requirement, it has to be audible when you're travelling under 20 kilometres per hour. And it's got to be between 56 and 75 decibels. Now, apparently 56 is something like your electric toothbrush and 75 is a coffee grinder. Electric toothbrush, it doesn't actually sound all that loud, does it? I can imagine me with an electric toothbrush out the window. Not many people are going to hear that, but still, those are the requirements. Now, apparently, over the next 36 years until the year 2060, our illustrious Australian government reckons that this is going to save, now this is over 36 years, 68 deaths, 2,675 serious injuries, 2,962 minor injuries, and $200 million Australian in 36 years. Now, obviously, we don't want to cause any injury to people, but I just wonder how they've come up with those figures. This came about back in 2018. Vision Australia, who's the Association for Visually Impaired People, have been advocating for this acoustic vehicle system. So that's almost 6 years now. And finally, it's going to get passed. So apparently from the 1st of November this year, apparently from the 1st of November 2025, all of these electric vehicles or silent vehicles are going to have some sort of acoustic warning system. Now, this is already law in, I think, most countries in Europe, some states in America and Japan and a few other places, I believe. But it's not been a requirement in Australia. Now, my car, I've got the boombox fitted, and when I put it into reverse, there is a noise. So I'm just going to try and I'll put the window down. I'm going to take my microphone, I'm going to hold it out, and I'm going to put it into reverse. And this is my seat going back to my driving position rather than the easy entry position. So if I just put it into reverse, and we'll see if we can actually hear it. There you go. I think that made it. Let's try that again. There we go. So it's got that sound. It's got that sound when it's in reverse. It's going to be a simple over-the-air update for my car with the boombox. But I just wonder if any new electric vehicle is going to have this external speaker. So maybe Teslas will have to start fitting something like the boombox to their cars that are sold in Australia after the 1st of November 2025. So personally, I actually think it's a good idea. Many times driving my electric vehicle in a car park, you're coming up and there's people just walking, not paying a blind bit of attention, and they don't hear unless you've got a bit of gravel and the wheels, tyres are scrunching the gravel. There's no noise. So look, it's becoming more of a problem in Australia. There are in Australia now over 180,000 electric vehicles on the road. Doesn't sound a lot, but we've only got 26 million population. And in 2023, there were almost 100,000 electric vehicles added to the roads. So that more than doubled the number sold the year before. I'm expecting that that's going to go up dramatically because we're on that up curve of the S curve. So the number of electric vehicles is going to increase, and so the danger to the visually impaired people is going to become more of a problem. I know that the Australian Vehicle Council are hoping to get 1 million electric vehicles on the road by 2027, which is only 3 years away. So that's going to cause problems. So what do you think? Do we need our electric vehicles to be making a noise to warn other pedestrians, especially visually impaired people? Personally, I think it's a good idea. When I had my boombox fitted, I thought it might do that, but it didn't. It does do it on reverse, as you can hear. So let me know in the comments below. Do you think that's a good idea or not? And while you're down there making comments, there's a like and subscribe button. You give those a click. Thank you very much. It does help the channel. So that would be really appreciated. And I'll see you all very soon.